Day 3. Finally stopped raining. About time.
That's how you feel.
Just a moment, just hanging up a print. Here you
That
go.
works. Oh, thank you. I just forgot to film these. They're so cool.
Yes, do put it on our website for us.
Let's go down YouTube, so
Oh, wonderful.
that's even better.
And where would we find you on YouTube?
Transformers Guy 1000.
Peter's work in the recent episode of the Big Mac dresses in drag episode. And really, Big Mac as a princess is such an awesome thing. He's got such a great outfit for it. I don't want to encourage him to wear that more often.
Go, Peter.
Yes, I had a question about Big Mac. Talk about future seasons or future episodes. You can't talk about
Not on purpose.
But if there is an episode, say that there might be an episode, a future season where Spike has one of those, lessons where he gets the spotlight and isn't the punching bag as some people fear he is. Wink or something, maybe cough or take a swig of your drink if there might be one of those episodes,
What, you want me to comment on whether or not there will be a Spike episode in the future?
And when you put it that way,
I
it
think I
isn't
can
something
definitively
wiggle
say that will probably be a Spike episode at some point in the future. There will be an episode of all the characters at some point in the future.
Take it, right?
Or Luna.
You did not call me something. We might get to that. Let's see what else have we got here. We have another question about influences and inspirations. And this goes back to the songwriting. What sort of lyricists or songwriters or musicians inspire you? We talked a little bit about what other writers inspire you, but are there kind of specific pieces of work that you can point towards that had a huge impact on your writing? So it's two questions really. What musicians inspire you, and what songs or albums or books or bits of art inspire you?
Well, I already established Katy Perry.
Wow. Josh doesn't really. Oh, well, I guess you're right. I love the Beatles. I started playing in a bluegrass band, so I love bluegrass music, but I'm probably not writing that for any pony episodes. I feel like all of my musical tastes, I don't know if inspire is the right word, but they just kind of come together to make me the musician I am. But that's But I love the Beatles. That's like the foundation for everything. Their melodies.
Yeah, I'm much more sort of like task oriented. So whatever is sort of inspiring to me or has influenced me is sort of an unconscious process. I mean, if I went and examined all my work, I could say maybe we could pick it apart and figure out, oh, here's this influence for this thing and this thing. But on a sort of day-to-day thing, because I'm task-oriented and it's like, I have a song to write about X. Let me go look through musicals that I know or Disney movies or whatever that have something that gives me that feel, and I'm going to look at it and listen to it and be like, maybe no, that's not quite right. And so yeah, I kind of pick and choose depending on what it is that I have, what the task is I have in front of me. But I'm sure that I am deeply influenced and inspired by lots of things that I don't know about.
Yeah, if you're writing a song for a particular episode, then it has a certain feel. Then.
Yeah, but I usually go to musicals because this is going to be a moment in like a drama where things progress into songs. So that's where does that happen? Oh, in musicals. So let me go and find some musicals that work.
And the unconscious influence is I guess, part of why you aren't permitted to hear ideas for future episodes or read fan fiction or anything of that nature, because there's a possibility that 2 years later you'll think of an idea for an episode and write it out, and then there's a tweet out there, someone says, hey, that's the idea I pitched you.
Yeah, fan fiction I had you read.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true of like stand-up comics too. Like a lot of times they don't watch each other because if by accident they're influenced and then they come up with something, they don't want to steal anyone's work unconsciously.
Yeah, there used to be some story about Robin Williams where it's just like,
Oh yeah. Well,
everyone was saying like, oh, he's such a thief, whatever.
Yeah.
But just because he would just think of whatever pops out of his head, and there was some sort of standing thing that any comedian could have applied to his management company for a check. They like figured like, no, he did this thing, and they're like, all right, he stole this thing. All right, here you go.
Now, despite the fact that you can't read any of it, I mean, does it, I would hope, phrase this and not make it silly. What are your feelings on the fact that the show that you work on has inspired so much creativity in terms of writing, but also in terms of art and so
why
on?
would that be bad in any way?
Well, I mean, there's no way you can say you hate that, is there? It's such a good question.
Oh yeah, creativity's awful.
I know, it's terrible. I should stick to these. Sorry.
It is fantastic. It's awesome. That is something that is inspiring. That is something that makes us want to keep going and to keep going in ways new and interesting ways that inspires us to get better all the time. Because I know that like lots of people are depending on these on the stories that we tell and are influenced by the stories. I mean that's amazing to think that we are influenced.
Wings to anybody from the show, who would it be and why? I feel like I know what your answer is going to be because we've established that he's best princess, but
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to get Big Mac. I mean, as a princess, it would be cool.
Well, that would be good though. Big Mac with wings.
Look, really, I think the person who would benefit most from wings would be Spike.
Alright, that's the answer. Go with that.
People are still coming in the door or still going out in the hall? Can't quite tell.
Okay. You like chocolate now for that?
Yep, folks just coming in, don't open your packs. We're about to get started though.
I shoved it in here then. Maybe.
All right, who are my folks that just started learning how to play the CCG this weekend? Raise your hand if you just started learning to play the CCG this weekend. I know there were some people right here in front of the folks I was talking to. All right. All right, I'm going to, oh, this is so much better. All right. I think that most people are in here. We're going to get started. As soon as John comes back up to the stage. Welcome to Cartapalooza at Nightmare Nights Dallas 2015. How is everybody today?
Nice. Oh yeah.
Thank you for making it to Sunday.
Chicken
I hope you've all had wonderful conventions so far.
Yeah. Made sure I read it. So, can you read it? Like, what?
Jabber Cards is sponsoring this event, and we want to thank Jabber. You can see them over in the vendor hall. We're in the back right corner.
We just interviewed her for our podcast, like right before
Looking
this.
as you're coming into
You have to meet her? Huh?
the
You have to meet her?
room.
Yeah. Cool.
We interviewed her for Bronyville, so
We
Cool.
had,
Can't wait to see it.
and everything should be up like next week.
You guys do Marika and all that?
one second.
We got Lunshu, Ishu, Josh Abrams, and Zinni Evans. We're able to do that this
We
week.
got everybody?
Not everybody. We didn't get Marika. She was supposed to, but she had to like bow out or something.
Oh, actually, she had a cold. Yeah, I guess that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. You don't want to get everybody else sick.
Yeah.
All right, sorry about that. Getting everything situated. All right, you should have a pack of Series 3 trading cards. And you can, in 3, 2, 1, open your pack.
Ugh.
We should be pros with this, y'all.
What do we got? Anybody find anything interesting so far?
Foil.
A foil?
Foil.
You found a foil? Did anybody else find a foil?
Yes.
Everybody should have found a foil because there's a foil in every pack of Series 3 trading cards.
That's awesome.
No lenticular.
What about,
I got all of them
has
already.
anybody found a lenticular?
No.
What? Nope. You found a rock? Oh, I got a rock.
Mod's been there.
What is a lenticular? Lenticulars are motion animated cards, and they're found in Series 3 trading. Oh, you got one. Which one did you get?
Think about it.
The Rainbow Dash? Yeah. Stand up. Wave around.
What?
I'm sure
No
people
way.
can't see it in this dark room, but
How? No
congratulations
way.
He only
to
comes with
you.
the boxes.
That's a box topper.
A box topper. How did you get a box topper?
There's
in your
no
pack?
way.
Huh?
Okay,
That's a
well,
foil.
no matter. No matter.
I got that
The
too.
foil.
You got a tattoo.
That was a foil.
Well, that's
Little
also
Space
good
cigar.
because in Series 3 trading card packs, there are tattoos, there are stickers,
The only ones you can get is
there are episode cards, there are character cards. There's so much fun in the new My Little Pony Series 3 trading cards that you won't be able to shake a hoof at all of it.
They do songs now.
Got one of the puzzle pieces.
That's
All
a cheese and
right,
pink.
so we're going to play a little game called Last Pony Standing. And everybody stand up.
Spike's -1.
All right, now you're going to remain standing as long as you have what I call out. So if I say you have a card from season 2, you're going to look at your cards. You're going to see if you have a episode from season 2, and you're going to remain standing. Everybody understand? Does anybody have any questions? I mean episode card. It will say season 2 on it. If you have it, then you remain standing. That's correct. And if anybody has any questions, please just shout them out because I can't see your hands. If you have any questions, just shout them out because I can't see your hands. All right, let's get going. Okay, if you have any card with Fluttershy on it, remain standing. Flutterbat counts. If you have a question, if it's like, I don't know, what about such and such, it's kind of Fluttershy, it counts. It's on the, it counts. If you have a card that has Fluttershy on it, anywhere, remain standing. All right. Most people have it. All right. Since most of you have it, let's see if we can't whittle this down a little. If you have a song card, now those are cards, they've got little white clouds on the front and a song title and a little code on the back. If you have a song card for You'll Play Your Part, remain standing.
I'm done.
All right, let's see.
I want to thank you guys, and I want to thank everyone, really. I still don't really understand what it is that I do. And I'm not just sort of, I'm not being like faux humble that I don't get it. I did one panel on mythology once, and then, thank you, Bob. I did one panel on mythology, and then this guy, asks me to come and host stuff, and now I'm hosting a ton of different stuff, and it's... Well, I mean, it's incredibly fun, but it's a real privilege to get to play a part in this con, which involves so many people working so hard to bring everyone such joy, and to get to play a part in making some happy memories for people it means a lot to me, so I want to say thank you for the opportunity and thank you for allowing me to play that part. Thank you all.
Okay. So, you smuggled Kinder eggs into the country for my daughter. Very important. Don't see anyone who looks like cousin. Everyone appears to have a sense of humor. Two, let's be honest, you totally classed the joint up. Three, think about it. He's the only one on every panel, right? Think about it. Right? He's there at opening ceremonies, and then for the everyone panel where we have all our guests of honor, he moderates that, and he moderates the VA's panel, and he moderates the writers panel, and he moderates the artists panel, and right? Like, you're on more panels than everybody else. Anyone else?
Turns out you're actually the star of the show.
Yeah. And he flies himself over here from Blighty, and then he's embarrassed because we pay for his hotel. Like, seriously, no, I'm not making this part up. I need to signal when I'm not being sarcastic, and I'm not being sarcastic. It's like, are you sure? Are you sure you can pay for a room? Yeah. Yeah, I can just sleep in your back seat, no? No, it's okay.
Bathtubs in every room.
Well, as you said, I'm a humanities student. I'm going to end up living in a van anyway, I should.
Oh, it's funny because it's true. Right. My STEM, 2 degrees in STEM, why it's just non-friendly.
Did we thank the vendors though? The second group of... Did we? Where was I
I
for
thought
that?
it was implicit in mine.
Yeah.
You can't have a con without the vendors.
Well-
And then the vendors celebrating, they recognized us.
The vendors!
Folks who came to the panel that
We're
was not
almost like
named last night will know that things tend to get explicit around me. So, explicit thanks to all of the vendors who made it possible.
We're not thanking him again just because he showed up now. I feel like applauding. Yeah, there's the slow.
Here we go. Come on.
All right. See, he showed up, no note. All right. So yeah, it occurred to me a few days ago that vendors are like the migrant workers of geekdom. Right? They travel from place to place in family units, and sometimes they get paid, they don't. Right? But yeah, you can do this without them. That's a pretty big risk.
At least initially.
Yeah. Of course, so is starting a convention. So, yeah, I always love that everyone gets this question, right? Writers at every writer panel, some of you guys were in there, always get asked, well, how did you become a writer? How can I do this? This is exciting. Or you ask the artist the same thing, or you ask the VAs the same thing, or we get, how do I start a con? And like, what you're saying is, what you do inspires me. Your art inspires me, or your acting inspires me, or your writing is incredible, and it really touches me. And like, what we hear is, how can I take your job?
They want it.
Right. And so yeah, you ask this on day 1 and day 2, and everyone is like, oh, they give you an answer. And like now, if someone's like, well, how do I start a con? I will hand you this microphone. Right? You get the microphone, you get the beard badge.
Offer not actually valid.
You're
Void and prohibited. We're on this ride together, Bob. We are lashed to the wheel. Proceed. All right.
Yeah, there's not. I was going to say, I was going to kind of joke about what's more binding, like our partnership. My wife and mine, I'm realizing, like, she might kill me, but you can sue. Trust me when I know which one is more painful.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we do, as we mentioned, some money is still trickling in for charity. And lo and behold, for all you been staring at this wondering, why is Best Pony on stage?
Best background pony. Yeah, see?
Turn in your badge on your way out, so I can make sure to look for that fandom name. Thank you. So, it says, Applejack is Best Pony, parenthesis, kind of, close parenthesis. And we have a signature. And I kind of suspect it's KP Lots, but I'm not entirely positive.
It is KP.
All right. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to figure out who wants it most. Like a numbers game.
You said we were going to make them fight to the death.
We turned in our keys. I can't lock the doors anymore.
Red and circuses.
Oh, you wanted the most, honey? Trust and believe Daddy when I say I can try, but it's not going to happen. Daddy is keenly aware of our bank account, Smooch. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna play us a numbers game. Do we have a square reader still handy? Or we're gonna play this? Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. So yep, we'll take credit cards. Worry about it later. That's future use probably. So rather, because I'm tired and I probably can't judge accurately, just the starting bid will be the first number somebody shouts out. 200 it is. By the way, that was a binding bid for $100.
200.
So, oh, someone said 2? You're going to bid 2 on AJ?
There's one right over here.
The hat's going to his head, no pun intended. All right, so current winning bid is $200. You can overbid it, and not only will you get AJ, and not only will a lot of money go to St. Jude, you can pretty much host Foley. Like, that's a triple win, is what that is.
Make me look bad, because yeah, it's so difficult to do that.
I'm not shy about going for the low-hanging fruit, Foley. So, 200. We're at 200 for the KP a lot signed Best Pwn AJ. And by the way, if you'd like a closer look, just holler. You can get one. Who wants it more than Foley? Or who just wants to embarrass him? Or who wants to overbid him in the hopes that he bids again and you don't actually wind up with it? Did I hear 220? That was a shot. 200 going once. It's going to be the world's shortest auction. Well, since Steve Streza did 3,000 on Leakfish's print last year and basically just dropped the mic on everyone.
I hear this Applejack is cursed.
Keep forgetting about how much he loves cursed items. Okay. Yeah. Cursed with the lack of episodes.
I missed the charity auction, so this is my last chance to bid on something and give some money to some
Yeah, I noticed you missed that. Okay. All alone. Up on stage. Oh, I won't be there for the start of it, but I'll be there by the end.
Can I bid against myself?
No. 200 is fine.
220.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. These stage lights make everyone an amorphous blob. Friendly amorphous blob. 225.
250.
That was quick.
Hey.
250.
300.
It's Sunday, I'm tired, I can't help myself. Can I get 350? We're at 300.
I think she's telling me to wrap it up, Bob.
Yeah, I'm going down here, we're going home in a minute. Do you know how long a minute is? Are you sure you do? Because I was going to say yes if the answer is no. It's like that? Yeah, we're going in home at about like that. Because by then you will be asleep and you won't know. Okay. So again, we're at 300 going once. This is the time pressure. 300 going twice. Wow. Okay. Let's see if Custom stops him with this.
No, you're going in the wrong direction. I'm going over there to pay, you're taking that to that.
Well,
I'll let you be Big Spoon. So,
goodness.
well, I'm kind of torn because I want to let him give the AJ to my daughter himself so he gets the hug. But then he made my wife cry, so I kind of got those Texas guy instincts going. I'm not really sure here. Because right now, she's like, well, I can see you can provide better for the family. And he sounds a lot cooler. And he can get a hold of Jenna Coleman's standees. Yeah. Yeah.
Can I do one more thing?
Okay. On up.
Do I get to drop the mic? I will slowly put the mic on the stage and we're going to pretend that that's as cool, okay?
Wait.
Drop that mic. Oh, the Shure 58. Ah, right. Oh, this was also on my bucket list.
Lunch over, right? Sandy brings over lunch a lot, so she's got a habit.
That's a good victory then.
Well, I'm done. She's not, but I'm done. So, let's split, as I said, so let's split this thing up. For those of you wanting to get one last party on, although at this point all I can manage would be emo swaying. Let's get some Joy Division going. For those of you who find the Cure too sunny, there's Joy Division. So, yeah, 30 minutes in here. If you would prefer to tell us what we can do better, which is the politest way we can think of to put it, you don't need to be hugging me, you need to be hugging the guy in the hat. He gave it to you. Oh, yes, oh. If you want to tell us what we can do better, good, we are going to head over to the Oaks over there, what was the small panel and large panel rooms. And you can tell us what you need us to change. We can talk about it, have a little back and forth, all right? We'll see you over there. And guys, for those of you doing neither, thank you so much for coming out this year. You gotta figure we'll be October 21st to 23rd next year. That's how the calendar falls out. The Crown has already blocked out that weekend for us. We're gonna see what some other hotels have to say. But that's our weekend, I imagine. We're not going to keep anyone away from the real Halloween. So, that's Candyman. So, you can have 2 weekends in a row though. So, thank you guys again for coming out. We could not do it without every one of you. Thank you. And we hope to see you next year.
Now that you're under our spell. Blindsided by the beat, clapping your hands, stomping your feet. You didn't know that you fell. Falling under a spell. We've got the music makes you move it, got the song that makes you lose it. You say jump, you say high, put your hands into the sky. The music makes you move it, the song that makes you lose it. We say jump, you say high, put your hands up to the sky. You're under our spell.